God, that song could just use a refresh, you know what I mean? Welcome, friends, to the Confused Breakfast, the podcast where we hit pause on the chaos of today and rewind to a simpler time when it wasn't about convenience, it was about the experience. Remember the magic of a Friday night trip to the video rental store?
I do.
Wandering the aisles, making the big decision of what movie was coming home with you. We're all part of the last generation that knows the joy of the search, the snap of the plastic clamshell, and we're here to revisit the movies that shaped us and defined our childhoods. My name is Mike Schulte. Joining me, as always, two dudes who will probably shit blood tonight. Sean Pryor and AJ Vance. How the heck are you?
Sundays, man. You know, we're always drinking some Big Grove beer.
Yeah,
having some food later on. It's probably a given.
There's some stress. I mean, I ate a little bit too much pizza last night, and it had pepperoni and some spicy sausage on it, which is delicious. But yeah, I mean, I think that calls for, blood in the bowels. So,
well, we like talking about movies and ripping some delicious beers. Today we got a neighborhood beer. I mean, you're talking about smooth like this movie. This movie is just definitely smooth, and there's nothing better than a neighborhood beer, smooth Chris Lager.
Lager.
I think
nice
that's
guy.
Actually an artist, actually. Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Chris Lager. Thanks to Big Grove Brewery for sponsoring the episode. Cheers, boys. And on today's episode, we are reviewing the number 48 highest rated movie on IMDb. It won 2 Oscars and holds a special place in the hearts of Turkish audiences. Despite its accolades, it is famously on the most hated list from our friend Roger Ebert. I'm sure AJ will touch on that. And if you can believe it or not, Stephen Baldwin was top billed actor, and this came out 30 years ago. We're, of course, talking about 1995's The Usual Suspects.
Well, dang it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another nostalgic journey to the past with The Confused Breakfast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy wherever you are in the world. Take it away, boys.
If you are new to the podcast, welcome. We're going to be reviewing The Usual Suspects scene by scene with a modern eye. But in order to do that properly, we must first talk about it nostalgically. Sean, what was the first time you saw The Usual Suspects, and what was your nostalgic rating?
This movie's around, and like every time I went to the video store, I'd see it on the shelves and everything, and I'd get my stack of whatever movies, get my 5 horror movies and another 5 whatever movies, and I had sworn that I had seen this movie.
Don't you dare do this!
I don't think I've ever seen this movie.
Sean, you're the cinephile in our group. You're like the guy that knows more than all of us.
Every time someone talks about this, I feel like it's been talked about so much and reviewed so much that I've seen all of those talkings and reviews. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen it.
So did you know the twist, but you just never have seen it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That shit doesn't spoil me.
Of course.
I just, because you watch the movie and it's in the context of the movie, I'm like, I'm having a good time. So.
Well, NA for Sean. AJ, don't let me down, bud.
Dude, when we were, when we went out, we were talking with Bert, and Usual Suspects came up, and he was talking about how I think it was Georgia said watch the Watch.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He did say that. Yeah.
And we were kind of talking about it. And at that point in time, I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I also have not seen it at this point.
Yeah, the Watch, for sure.
But let me tell you this, though. At that time, I really hadn't seen it, but I was just like, yeah, totally. Because I just didn't know what else to say. And so fast forward, it's an evening, just kind of a late night. And Alicia's pregnant, and she's like not feeling the best and whatnot. And I flip on The Usual Suspects, right? Because I'm like, that's fine, whatever. Turn on The Usual Suspects, just watch a movie, kill some time here. And it gets right there, and it gets straight up to the end and the big finish and the big twist and everything. And then somebody decides that we got to go to the hospital and have our baby.
Oh, man.
And have a Harrison.
Wow.
Jeez, dude.
Right in the middle of the twist. I mean, I didn't get to see the whole thing. I didn't get to finish it, and so I had to.
You were holding a coffee cup. You dropped it. It happened 5 times.
She was like going through delivery. I was like, babe, I got to step away, and I got to finish this Kaiser Soze thing. So that is actually the story of me actually watching this for the first time several years ago. And
I'm going to call that an NA then.
do you want to call it an NA?
I'm calling that an NA officially. 'Cause
Really?
It was only a couple years ago and you didn't even finish it.
Technically, it's like 3 years ago.
Couple.
Almost.
It's couple.
All right.
My definition of
But
couple
I have-
is 2 to 3.
But I
yes.
did finish it shortly after.
Well, it's your call. Should he rate this or not?
Yeah, he's seen it.
Okay.
You
All
didn't
right.
even-
Well, okay, Logan, you be the tiebreaker.
He wasn't listening. He's doing AI stuff.
I understand he's doing AI stuff. Logan AI.
What?
Since the first time I actually saw this movie, the night of my son's birth, do I get to rate the movie nostalgically, or do I not get to?
He didn't even finish it.
I did shortly thereafter.
Okay.
But not all in one sitting.
Not all in one sitting, because we, like I said, we had to go to the hospital, have a baby.
I vote no.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Sean, and I will be an NA.
You're my favorite.
Okay.
Everyone knows that.
Okay, so guys, listen to mine. Okay.
Thanks, babe.
This was actually a movie when I've told you about my dorm room experiences where I watched Boondock Saints for the first time and I thought I was like this cool film bro from there on out. So I went back and checked out all the movies you had to. You got to watch The Usual Suspects. Loved this movie. Loved everything about the twist. Loved the actors. This was easily a 9.5 for me. And we got to give a shout out. The only reason we are doing this today is my my urologist, Dr. Mindrup, while I was on Valium and while he was performing on me, was like, love you guys. You got to do The Usual Suspects. And I apparently promised him that if my count was 0, when we retested, that we would do it. And it is official. I have the best urologist in the world. So
Okay.
Right
the count
on.
is 0. So
And his
we
name
are,
is Mindrip.
yes.
One letter.
He actually wrote that review you guys wrote on a Patreon episode. He was Steve Min, and he was very mean to us, but in a nice, fun way.
Yeah. No, I remember that actually vividly. Haunts me.
Well, we got to talk to executive producer NicMad. My first watch of The Usual Suspects happened the same way it does for most people. Someone in your immediate vicinity discovers you haven't seen it and proceeds to make a huge deal about it, often accompanied by a look of bewilderment at your utter ignorance. And I get it. I saw this in the early 2000s, and I remember being engrossed in the tale of an unusual crew made up of usual suspects working jobs across the criminal underworld. It was easily my favorite collaboration of criminals at the time, although to be fair, I hadn't seen Heat yet. What cemented this film as a cult classic was the brilliant twist ending, something that stood out as a revelation rivaling even the likes of Fight Club. It blew my mind, had me instantly rewatching the film to see if I could pick apart the mystery within the mystery. 8.1.
Dang.
So as a group, us two, not including you guys, are an 8.8. And that's going to take it pretty high on the old list here, guys. That's going to be All Alone at the 24th spot. We do think Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is a better movie nostalgically, but we do think this is better than Biodome. Definitely.
Yeah, well,
Oh, sure. Okay.
That's the way it's going to fall.
yeah.
Totally.
But we're going to strip all that away. We got to talk about it here on out. Modern day eyeballs. Sean's going to get us started. We got to learn the important details of the movie. What do you got, bro?
Produced by Michael McDonnell and Brian Singer. Written by Christopher McQuarrie. He also wrote The Wane of the Gun. No, it's The Way of the Gun. Valkyrie, Edge of Tomorrow. He directed that as well, and also directed Top Gun Maverick, and the Mission Impossible sequels, like from like 4 years ago on.
So
Yeah.
big Tom Cruise guy.
Yeah, he is.
Big fan.
He likes
of
him
Tom,
a lot.
Of Tom, yeah.
Music by John Ottman. He also did The Cable Guy, Halloween H2O, Lake Placid, and The Nice Guys. He also edited this movie, so edited by John Ottman. He edited Urban Legend's Final Cut, Valkyrie, and Bohemian Rhapsody, which he won an Oscar for miraculously.
Oh.
Go look at the breakdowns on that one.
That was like a posthumously, even though he didn't die. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
yeah.
you did a lot of stuff.
Yeah. This is your one for The Usual Suspects.
There you go.
Cinematography by Newton Thomas Sigel, whatever.
Yeah.
He also did Blank Man, Fallen, Mike,
I'm a big fan of that movie.
Three Kings,
Oh, yeah.
AJ?
Oh, yeah.
X-Men, Valkyrie, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Drive the entire room.
Hey.
Come on. Directed by Brian Singer.
Hey.
Cast: Gabriel Byrne, Benicio del Toro, Kevin Pollak, Chaz Palminteri, Pete Postlethwaite, Dan Hedaya, Susie Amos, Giancarlo Esposito, Clark Gregg, Stephen Baldwin, and Kevin Spacey. Director, Brian Singer. read a column in Spy magazine that was called The Usual Suspects, and then thought to himself that would be a great title for a movie. Singer then brainstormed with his writing partner, Christopher McQuarrie, and they came up with one image and a writing prompt, a group of criminals who meet in a lineup.
I like to think that movie guys, like, are just in Hollywood in a room like that. They sit around and be like, oh, yeah, and they're like The Usual Suspects. And they just shout out, oh, movie title, that's mine.
I got it.
Like we say band name. Oh, band name, that's mine. Called it. It's just like, that's what they do.
Fuck.
He's like, whoever can come up with the tagline first has it.
Yep,
He's like,
yep.
okay, all of you can go to hell.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's not nice. Like, no, that's the tagline.
That's the tagline.
That was the tagline he came up with for this movie.
Cool.
The duo started writing with the question in mind, what or who would bring these felons together? The character Kaiser Soze was inspired by John List, a man who killed his family and evaded capture for 20 years with a change of identity. This mixed with the lineup of criminals was the basis of the script. Kevin Spacey had met McQuarrie and Singer after he saw their film Public Access and wanted to work with them, so the duo wrote with Spacey in mind. When Spacey read the script, he had a couple of characters he wanted to play, but he really wanted to play verbal, and McQuarrie and Singer were ecstatic because that's the role they wrote for him. Gabriel Byrne didn't want to do the movie because of personal reasons, but when pressed by the writer and director, he relented. On two stipulations, he would only shoot in L.A. and only shoot for 5 weeks. That just so happened to be the exact time and place allowed for the film. Spacey suggested Benicio del Toro, and del Toro read the part and realized there wasn't much to Fenster, so he decided to play him in his very mumbly way. Fenster means window in German, so Del Toro took that literally. This was his window.
Ooh.
Kind of fun. The film shot in Los Angeles, San Pedro, and some in New York for 35 days, and by all accounts from actors and crew, the shoot was very jovial. The actors were calling that most of the time they just remember laughing with each other and having a good time. None of Benicio del Toro's fellow cast members knew he was making the choice to play a character as a mumbler, so some of their reactions to his character were genuine. To save on time and money, cinematographer Newton Thomas Seigel chose to frame scenes and shoot them with a zoom lens for longer takes on dialogue-heavy scenes, cutting down on setups. Yes, and this is where the sexual allegations come from for Spacey. Apparently he hit on, or maybe even allegedly slept with a young boy in this movie somewhere, and then Bryan Singer is kind of not great either. So,
Oh, okay.
have to mention that The Usual Suspects was released on August 16th, 1995, and on a budget of $6 million, the film made $67 million at the box office and won the Oscars for Best Supporting Actor for Kevin Spacey and Best Original Screenplay by Christopher McQuarrie.
Thanks, Sean. Now we got to go to AJ. We got to learn what the critics and fans had to say about this movie. What do you got, da?
Well, back when I was picking tomatoes in Guatemala, we used to make fresh salsa right off the trees. I mean, that was good. This is shit, but hey, I'm in the tomato meter.
I'll get you a cup of coffee.
Gross. That's not too gross, guys. It's 87% certified fresh.
Of all the movies we've done, tied with Donnie Darko and American Beauty per the critics. Interesting.
How about that?
Yeah, 96%, a little bit better received from the popcorn meter.
Haven't done that in a while.
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it back around. Callback, 8.5 on IMDb.
Of all the movies we've done, tied in the 11th spot with Back to the Future, Alien, Gladiator, and T2.
Some good movies.
Per the fans.
This is some pretty good movies.
I'd watch a couple of them, I think.
They're doing okay.
They're doing okay.
They're doing okay. Variety, guys, gave it 100 out of 100, apparently. The Usual Suspects is an ironic, bang-up thriller about the wages of crime. A terrific cast of exciting actors socks over this absorbingly complicated yarn that's been spun in a seductively slick fashion by director Bryan Singer. Just speaking in I don't know. It's just like a
hyperbole.
Yes. Thank you. I just
also, it's not shocking that it's 100%. Movies can be perfect, you guys.
According to Variety and Sean Pryor. And Hornaday disagrees, Sean.
Sean Variety.
Baltimore Sun 88, dense, ironic, again, and thoroughly engrossing caper of melodrama.
Have you ever thought about starting a blog called The Priority Report?
That would be great.
No.
That would be great.
I mean, band name, I called it.
Yeah, fine.
Now's the time.
It turns
Dang
out it's
it.
me. I'm like, well, good, because I have it, and I'm going to sell it to you.
Just change your name to Mike Pryor.
Mike Priority.
God damn it. Well, you're right, Mike. Roger Ebert did not like this movie. The lowest critical rating that I saw here, Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times, said to the degree that you will want to see this movie, it will be because of the surprise, and so I will say no more, except to say that the solution, quote, when it comes, solves very little, unless there is really little to solve, which is also a possibility. Just not much to solve. What a snore.
Okay.
Whatever, dude.
So lots of people thought it was pretty great, but there were some people who didn't like it, turns out. This person said, a rather boring movie, 1 out of 10. I don't like this movie, said Simon Bayer. I think it's extremely boring. The first time I saw it, I just kept on thinking, when is something actually going to happen? Most of the movie, they just talk and talk. The ending is fine, but the rest of the movie cannot at all stand up to it. I guess the director and scriptwriters had a very bad day when they decided to make this movie. Got him. That day they made a mistake. The movie should never have been made. My recommendation, don't see Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
It's a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
Got him. Oh, by the way, piece of crap. Simon Bayer came back and wanted to say the same thing. He did his first review in May. That was him. And then he came back and did it in September again, saying this movie is nothing but a complete waste of time.
But you just chose to watch it again, right?
I had to double check.
I was just doing bad. Somebody told me they liked the movie, so I decided to try it again. There's no logic in the story. The characters are boring, and everything is mixed together and makes the movie very confusing and extremely boring. Say boring again. Was it boring?
Boring.
There we go. See? 5 stupid men are the main characters, and all they do is talk about stupid things in a boring way.
Okay, man.
Occasionally, the director puts in a little stupid action, which makes no particular sense. Overall, very clumsy attempt to make a crime movie, and I'm sorry that it isn't possible to vote less than 1 for this movie failure.
No,
it's
we know.
a disgrace to the whole movie industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we feel you, man.
We feel you, dog. We feel you. But there's some interesting stuff out there. Jumping over to Letterboxd, per suggestion of our esteemed producer Logan. Some great finds on here. Molly gave it 2.5 stars. This is the most with dad movie to ever exist.
With dad?
With dad. Probably watch this movie with dad.
No, I like that.
Yeah, I saw it with my dad.
Yeah.
I went back home to Topeka, and that's what we did for Thanksgiving.
Hey, you want to watch Usual Suspects?
Sure.
Oh.
I thought you'd never ask.
Hey man, how was your Thanksgiving? Oh, it was good. Yeah, we went back to my folks and watched The Usual Suspects.
Dad fell asleep.
Thought we were gonna watch Macy's Day Parade, but we didn't have the channel, so
Yeah.
it's all good though.
Yeah, there's like a dispute with Disney or something, so we couldn't watch it.
something like that.
And also, nobody likes to watch that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Oh, maybe I'll tune in.
This person just said, I want to change my name to Kaiser Soze. They gave it 3.5 stars. 4 stars. It was a lot of men talking, but I locked in at the end.
There's not many women in this one, is there?
3.5 stars. The biggest crime committed in this movie is whoever did that to Verbal's hair.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
And then let's see. Did he say that? No, that's fine. This is probably my other one that I thought was kind of a favorite. 3 stars. I'll do you one better. Why is Kaiser Soze?
Why?
Whoa.
Oh, pretty good, man. Pretty good. But guys, we had somebody jump into the Little Lebowski Urban Achievers in our exclusive Discord channel where you can sign up, get your reviews read on air, hang out with us there, and say things about other people and
talk a lot of shit
and
talk a lot of shit about other Patreon members inside the exclusive channel.
Yep.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the time, dude. It's mostly Mike talking shit.
Well, yeah.
No, guys, join in on the exclusive channel. We had Scuba Steve, who was able to jump on in and give us his review on The Usual Suspects. Scuba Steve said, I saw The Usual Suspects for the first time when I was in college and was expanding my movie horizons, watching anything and everything being recommended by my friends and in online message boards. I always look back fondly on that time in my life because my eyes were open to the possibilities of what cinema could be. Enter The Usual Suspects. Upon seeing The Usual Suspects for the first time, I immediately started putting it in my top 10 movies of all time. For me, the most impactful thing I always say about the movie is it changed the way I thought about how movies could explore how movies could explore narratives and manipulate them. You see a scene and moments that didn't happen, things that mislead and misdirect, but you don't realize it. The movie lies to your face, and I never realized it until the iconic ending. This movie also changed my relationship with twists. Does knowing that there is a twist matter? I think that it does because it changes the way you watch the movie.
Yeah. True.
I agree. I confess I made the mistake of telling a friend, you got to see this movie, and oh man, the twist 2 is so good. I always felt bad about that.
Yep.
Fair enough, man. Nostalgic 10 out of 10. A modern day 9.5.
Dang.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, boys, it is time to dive into a movie that seduces you, then lies straight to your face, and then makes you feel stupid for trusting anyone. We're talking about a film that even M. Night Shyamalan watches and is like, dude, chill out, relax.
Whoa.
A movie where everybody's shady, everybody's lying, and everyone has a name that sounds like it came from a Sega Genesis hockey game.
Yeah.
Think about that. I swear I've seen these names on a Sega game. It's a story told by a liar, retold by a cop who doesn't trust him, watched by an audience who doesn't know who the hell to trust. It's a magic trick, a puzzle, a crime story, and today we're going to unravel the whole thing piece by piece. And like that, here we go. Scene 1. Dean Keaton lies, dying on a ship dock. He's confronted and killed by a shadowy figure. This mystery man torches the ship, vanishes into the night. The next morning, investigators find a survivor named Verbal Kint. U.S. Customs agent Dave Kuyan arrives to interrogate Verbal, while FBI agent Jack Bayer questions another burned Hungarian survivor. Verbal agrees to tell Kuyan the chain of events that put him, Keaton, and 3 other crooks on the doomed ship.
Now, I'm a credits man. I like to see who made the movie. I like to see who's involved in it. John Ottman edited and did the score. I think that's very impressive. I think I would like to see that. And then you get to like a film by or a so-and-so film, But then I've never seen somebody so cocky and so go fuck yourself than Bryan Singer's film.
That's what it said.
That's what it says, is Bryan Singer's film.
It's mine.
Don't fucking touch it.
It's
like
mine.
he wrote it on the back of his t-shirt. Like,
Yeah.
Don't touch it. It's my film. Okay.
Go fuck yourself. It's mine.
It's like, oh, man, he does this on everything. His food in the fridge, like his
movies,
clothes, like even his
Opening credit
ibuprofen. I
scenes.
can't even borrow ibuprofen from the guy.
That's The Office's ibuprofen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's from the film's budget. I mean, come on.
So Sean, you don't like Bryan Singer. We get it. Is this going to taint your idea of this film, do you think?
No, it's. I'll say right now, it's an excellent movie,
'Kay.
and it's very well directed. I think he just if you watch interviews with him, he comes off as a little fucking pissant,
Okay.
and it's kind of annoying. Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
Do you like when movies start with the ending like this? Because it's one of my favorite tropes ever, where they give you something to go, oh, okay, what's going on here? And then they go back. It's one of my favorites when it's done well, and I think this movie's done very well.
Yeah, this is when it didn't happen as much,
'Kay.
so I like it here.
Okay.
Yeah. There's, I'll probably mention this later next week when we get to Boogie Nights and whatnot. But there's a great Mark Wahlberg movie called The Other Guys, that where they're talking to a guy and he's like, spill everything. We want to hear the whole story. It's like right now. And he says, well, if I'm going to tell you the story, then the best place to start is really at the end. And I start at the end, and then we'll come back to present day, and then I'll cut back to like different perspectives throughout the whole story. It's like, just tell us the story. It's like, I get both sides of that, honestly. I feel both sides of that so deeply. I agree with you. I love the idea of like showing us something. You know, Breaking Bad did that amazingly in their episodes all the time, right?
Yes.
The cold open.
Yes, that hard cold open.
It's got to draw you in.
Yeah, and I really do enjoy that. At the same time, it gets, and that's the whole point, I suppose, it gets me chomping at the bit to be like, all right, get on with it.
Right.
I want to see more.
Well, that's because you're looking at it with the modern day eye of like you said, everybody does it now. If your Netflix show or movie does not have something crazy in the first 5 minutes, people are just going to check out of it.
Yeah.
But with this, I rented it. I'm going to watch it. So he didn't need to have that grab, but it does grab. And then there's something I've probably seen this 15 times. There's one thing I did not pick up on until this time around when Keaton lights the match and the flame starts going and then the flame gets doused. That was his piss stream.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing it that it was his piss, but it's such a huge stream.
It's like someone pouring a glass of water.
Dude, but then I thought back to now knowing that was Verbal Kint. He tells the story about how he used to get dehydrated.
Yes.
And that his piss came out thick and gooey. I was like, holy shit,
oh my God.
was this actually his thick and gooey piss stream that he was talking about? I and then you have this thing of like, did any of this happen? And this is the way that I've never really looked at this movie. I've always been like, yeah, of course all this happened.
Yeah.
But like, did this even happen?
That's a good point.
Because it is him telling the story, and it's, you know, I guess eyewitness. He's like the one perpetrating it all, quote unquote. You know, it could be fabricated because he is fabricating everything else, as we see. You know,
Well, and another way to think about this now is that I don't know how to view this movie anymore. Is everything we're seeing, is this from Verbal's made up conscious, or are we seeing it from what Guiliano is interpreting his story from? You know, there's another way you can look at it, especially that flashback of the like Fabio guy, like killing his family. Is that what Guiliano's picturing in his head? Or you know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting thought on how we're viewing this, of who's the one showing us what we're seeing.
Well, I will take it slightly, maybe one step further, or maybe this is exactly what you're saying. But I think a great way to think about it is it's the detective's interpretation of Verbal Kint's version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not the truth, but it is his interpretation and his visualization of his story.
It fits perfectly because what we're seeing is this perceived notion that Verbal is behind this thing watching it when he's not. There's no eyeballs. You don't see anything. So that could easily be his description to Guiliano of it. This piss stream came down and then he walked down and like talked to him and shot him. You know, I mean, it's very easy to say that it's Verbal's explanation to Guiliano and then how he's interpreting it.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to be adding. You just keep saying, you know, thick and gooey.
Yeah.
To the list of.
We might save that for next week too. Just keep saying that.
Yeah, I'm just adding it to the list of upsetting things right next to Spaghetti Man House. I just want that to go.
This is just Kevin Spacey.
I just want to go on record.
That I don't like when you say that.
Yes.
I like how they had the audacity to show him shake. Like, I'm like, are we seeing a dick right now? Are we seeing this actor's cock right now? Like, because I can't see it.
I can't. Well,
just saying.
That's a good point.
It's probably Bryan Singer's.
Yeah.
But one kind of gripe I do have is that like they do just show like this pile of ropes.
Yeah.
And it's just like I get why, like, because later it kind of matters, but it doesn't kind of even later because he's not behind that.
Yeah, specifically, like he doesn't even go there.
Yeah. Like even the actor Kevin Spacey doesn't physically go behind there. Like he stops further away. It's just kind of like, okay.
But
they show it for way too long is what I'm is what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
He does drop it though, like you said, Georgia or Isla, whoever it was that spotted it right away. If you really wanted to, he does give a lot of hints throughout this whole movie that that this is there. In fact, I felt dumb the first time I saw it to be like, what?
Yeah.
Like how did I miss all this stuff? You know?
Yeah. It almost like seems like too obvious. And
yeah.
I it's hard for me to say like, oh, you're dumb, and I'm sorry you think that about it, because I'm just like, well, the movie is like leading you to like movies itself lead you to believe, you try to sympathize with at least one person, you know, and like Verbal, even though he is a piece of shit, if we're to believe that he's just verbal, we're trying to sympathize with him, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
So like I like that about this movie a lot, where it begs rewatches. It begs for you to go back and look at things a different way, because it is hiding things from you.
I think you're right. Sometimes once the twist comes out, like I don't necessarily feel the need to watch it anymore. But then certain movies though, it's like great because every time you go back, you can like oh shit, I didn't realize that, you know. So I think that does fall in. This movie falls into that category of like, it's kind of better every time you watch it almost.
Yeah.
I think it is certainly rewatchable. I had a tough time like kind of.
Sorry, it's like Fight Club in that way.
Oh yeah.
Fight Club gets better every time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I actually agree with that on Fight Club. With this, I think it reaches a point of like,
Okay. Yeah,
you know?
maybe you're right. At some point you're like, yeah, I get it.
It's like now what am I watching? I'm like going through a lot of these like to what some of these people were saying in reviews. I'm watching guys talk for a long time about stuff, and it's like, you know, I'm rewatching this again and trying to pick up on stuff. I get lost then because I get a little bit bored of some of the dialogue.
And then maybe you start to nitpick it too hard. Like this is a very creative. I love the creative cuts to round up the guys at the beginning. Like they make some really good cut decisions. But then I'm like, but they didn't show Verbal getting picked up. So does that mean he was
the first one? But yeah.
Yeah. So then you're like, okay, you know, like I'm thinking too hard into it sometimes when maybe there's nothing to think about.
Yeah. I mean, sure, but even though, like, I think the movie's working on that level too, as well, because, you know, we cut to right after this to Verbal saying, like, starting the story pretty much, being like, and that's when we all got picked up, or like that's when it all started, kind of very 30s 40s noir tropey-ish, kind of like, and that's where it started, you know. And even that too was like some of his dialogue there was overdubbed. I'm like, but it's still kind of charming for the movie because it is basically a noir, a neo-noir at this point. But then rounding them up, I love all this. Even Kevin Pollak, dude, like reaching for like the rag and like, hey, what the fuck?
That was pretty awesome.
It's like, how many guys do you have to bring?
Yeah.
And then young Benicio, dude,
he's almost
shit.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
And the fact that he made the choices he made for this role like makes me love him even more.
Yeah.
It's very much in the same vein of like who was it from Ghostbusters 2, Peter Nicol.
Okay, yeah, where he just you didn't have to make that choice, but I'm glad you did.
He added it in because it's like we said, there wasn't a lot of lines, maybe even a lot of substance.
He's the first one to go too, so it's kind of like, well, you don't have much, buddy.
Don't get a lot of time with him, so I'm gonna make this. I have to do something that will stand up to the other characters.
That's what it was on page. It was just like his purpose was to die, really. For as much substance as there was for him to lead up to that, it was basically that's just his character is like the one to die first, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, fuck that. I'm Benicio del Toro, goddammit.
Right.
And this is him announcing, I'm Benicio del Toro, goddammit, you know?
So
and
this was the first time I ever saw him. So remember we've talked about that before, where if you see an actor in some movie where they're not what they normally are, that's how you think they really are.
That was
so I was blown away when I saw then like Fear and Loathing next, and I was like, what the fuck? Is that the same guy?
The first time I really saw Will Ferrell was as Ron Burgundy.
Yes, same
so
thing.
I always thought when I saw him without that wig on, I was like, that's his normal hair? I was blown away.
He's still a weird looking dude.
I know. But no, and I was just going to say that though, Fear and Loathing, like
just completely,
he's unrecognizable.
Completely.
Even the way of the gun right after this is he's pretty unrecognizable in that as well, you know. And
He's a treasure.
Bryan
yeah.
Singer is like, he came up to Bryan Singer. He's like, I'm just gonna do this. He's like, okay, like he was full support. Was just like, okay, yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, full support, or he fucking crumbled because it's Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
you
say
can
that. Let's
put
say
on
that.
your fucking act all you want, Bryan Singer, but I'm Benicio del Toro. yeah, no, totally.
No, I told him. I
Yeah,
said,
sure.
whatever you want, man.
I'll let you do that.
I'll let
yeah,
you
sure.
do that.
Yeah, I'll let you do
I'll
that.
let you.
I'll talk to my people, I guess, first, and then I'll let you do that. I think
I'll clear it with the
That's how he
producers.
talks.
he does.
I'll clear it with the producers for you.
It's like very pronounced T's
did
and
X them?
S's and T's.
I don't like it. No, stop fucking doing
hate
it.
him.
Stop it,
Dotting the
Sean.
lowercase J's in his fucking talk track. God.
Is this when so he gets ready to start the story and he gets the coffee, right?
Yeah.
There are some whether this is Spacey or Singer or everybody, there are some incredible choices. I never noticed that when it zooms in on Kevin Spacey getting ready to tell the story and he's holding his coffee mug, you see his eyes go up to the coffee mug as Guiliano starts to drink it. It's the moment he sees the bottom of the coffee cup. Like you didn't have to make us see his eyes do that because it's very subtle, but it's awesome that they took the time to be like, yeah, okay, there he goes. He just saw the Kobayashi. Because before they came in, he was doing his scan of the room, but then I still wanted to see him catch the coffee cup, and he did, the Kobayashi. I think it's a good touch.
It's great. I think it's just he's shooting the script, which is with a script as fucking great as this, all you really got to do is just shoot the script.
Just shoot it.
But yeah, and then like the cinematography too is just like he said, like the super like long zooms, like almost Stanley Kubrick type zooms, is just so evocative and you know, like I say all the time on the show, economical, because it's like we're just gonna do this in one long take. And we're gonna just zoom in on these characters' faces, you know. And we have such good faces in this movie, but like even the lineup scene. Let's talk about.
Let's
it.
move on to scene 2 for the.
Oh,
lineup.
is that okay?
Yeah.
Well, even one more thing on this, like his interrogation scenes with Guiliano.
Yeah.
Were all done in like 5 days. And they just, I think one of the first things they shot was like all these interrogation scenes of like Guiliano and verbal talking together.
I will say this, because you mentioned the like shooting time for this movie being 5 weeks. Like, I don't know if there will ever be a time that I will not be surprised at how long a movie takes to be made.
Yeah.
Whether it be like it's 5 weeks or it's like it took 6 months actually to film this. It's like I don't know whether to be surprised or shocked or not surprised. It's like, yeah, I'm like, that makes sense. It's like this movie was actually all like thrown together and shot, start to finish in sequence in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But then you could have told me six months, and I'd be like, that makes sense.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no scope for that, right? But like taking and doing all those things though in 5 days, and if those are the first things shot, then like, I don't know. That's kind of interesting to me, I think.
Well, sure you do, AJ, because like even like when we've done stuff together, like you've acted in some of my projects that didn't come to fruition. But even that day we were in the hotel. Like even that day we were in the hotel.
It was an Australian film.
Yeah, it was. We were in Australia. That's where the money came from.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, to me anyway, that seemed like it took all fucking night, when it's like probably in reality when it comes to it, it's like maybe 1 minute in the movie.
Christ.
Right.
You know? Like I guess it kind of just depends on like the filmmakers and the collaborators you have. Like, and I think that, you know, as detrimental it is to say to me, but Bryan Singer is an economical filmmaker. Like he's getting it done, and he doesn't care who's fucking knocking on the door, as we'll see later.
Yeah.
Well, scene 2, 6 weeks earlier in New York City, Keaton, Verbal, Michael McManus, Fred Fenster, and Todd Hackney are hauled into a police lineup. Angry at being there, they start talking about pulling a job of their own. The newly formed crew ends up robbing a group of corrupt NYPD escorts. With New York now too hot for them, the men head to California to fence their loot.
Well, I suppose lineup scene, or what were you going to talk about, Sean?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Lineup scene?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously the most iconic maybe piece of this.
Yeah.
It's better every single time I watch this scene, I'm just like, I love this scene.
So good.
We've talked about like our favorite like film trivia things, right? And this has got to be a top tier one, right? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
The idea of like Benicio del Toro was cracking people up, just farting in that room,
Farting.
and that's why people wouldn't stop laughing. Why he wouldn't stop laughing?
Well, and I guess it wasn't supposed to be funny.
No.
But then
They
the way
couldn't help it.
the way he was talking and saying,
You're fucking
"Gaga."
kid, you fucking cocksucker.
What
What the fuck is this?
It's like say it in English. He's like, give me a fucking kid, you cocksucker. What the fuck you want?
Because that was Singer from the background, like actually saying that, wasn't he? Like it wasn't even in the script that he was supposed to say it in English, please.
That is funny. That's even. I didn't actually know that part of it because
They were being like this so much, like they were just goofing off so fucking much. He like took them aside and was like, guys, like this is a movie, we gotta get it fucking done. What are we doing? And like, okay. He like thought he calmed him down. They went back into the room and they were still fucking yucking it up.
fucking farting and just stinking
Fucking
up the room.
farting.
Just
Fucking farting, dude.
dude's a fucking farter, bro. Like
It's genuine. It feels
Yeah.
very genuine. The fact that they're laughing and having a good time. There.
Well, then they found that in the editing room, right? You know, like you guys hear about, like he's just like, so we have no good takes of this. You know?
Really?
So he's just like, yeah, we'll just use it because it makes a lot of sense for the characters. It because you know later on, obviously they kind of need to bond a little bit, at least criminally.
Yeah.
You know, so this is it where they're
But
kind of
it's
having
their
a good time.
confidence levels. The fact that they know they're like, you don't fucking got shit on us.
It's
so
true.
they're like, so they're just so relaxed, just having fun.
That's
there.
another good point. I didn't hear that. That's a good point. But yeah, it fucking totally works.
Did you pick up on later on Guiliano tells the story about how the easiest way to spot the guilty person is if whoever's sleeping in the jail cell. And then after hearing that, I went back. Hockney's sleeping. He's sleeping in the jail cell. So does that mean he actually did the carjacking that they were in trouble for?
I think they do. They say later.
Do
on,
they really?
When Pete or Kobayashi comes,
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, you did this, you did that," and then he's like, "You stole the car," and everyone looks at him. He's like, "Fuck."
So that's amazing that he was guilty. So he was sleeping while everybody else was up, and then yet he still knew he wasn't going to get caught for it
"Yeah,
because he did such a good job. He's like, they don't got shit on me.
yeah."
Yeah.
Do you believe who plays Hockney?
Kevin
Kevin
Pollak.
Pollak. Do you believe the badassness of him? Because like I don't think of Kevin Pollak as a badass. So some of me has a little bit of trouble with his character being such a badass. Like
He doesn't strike me as a car guy. You know what I mean? Kevin Pollak in general. Like,
well, and then he says like he's got that line of like, oh, what are you gonna do? He's like, fuck your father in the shower and have a snack. Are you gonna charge me, dickhead? Like,
yeah.
I believe it and I don't all at the same time. I just don't know how to feel about it.
I believe his smartassness very
Yes.
much
Yes.
so. I think Kevin Pollak actually plays an amazing smartass.
Because he's a comedian, right?
I think he has like some comedy background or whatnot. Yeah, and that and like, but yes, I agree with you. I kind of go back and forth, but in the end, I buy it because he's got a goatee.
I'm all in.
It's
the
I'm all
goatee.
in.
The
Honestly,
late
it
90s
is.
goatee.
He's a rough looking dude and like, not necessarily like unattractive or anything, but he's just, it works for this part very well. He works as a criminal very, very well. Like hopefully we do Casino. I think he's fucking fantastic in
dude.
Casino. Yeah, it really works for me. It doesn't really ever take me out. But I see what you're saying.
But maybe he really is. You just get an idea of a personality from movies. Like I think of him as Jacob in Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah.
As they're like, I don't want to ask her out. Like I think of him as just a wuss.
Oh,
but
sure.
then you hear the story about how Stephen Baldwin and him have a long-standing hatred and feud for each other.
Like to this day.
Yeah,
Wow.
that they both said started in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Really?
I don't know why they don't really get into it, but I mean, yeah. So maybe he is a bit of a hard ass.
Definitely works for the movie because they're supposed to be.
Yep.
Unless they improv that and we're like, you know, kind of like Blair Witch style. I was like, okay, well, these guys are obviously feuding,
So
let's capitalize on it.
Let's just keep filming.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've always kind of thought of Kevin Pollak as being a little bit more of like a straightforward, straight-laced, like get the job done kind of actor, where I could see Stephen Baldwin being the opposite and kind of causing that feuding.
Think of the other movie we saw Stephen Baldwin in, Biodome.
Oh, he took that very seriously. It was a very serious role.
But that's what's weird
I mean,
to watch him in
thespian
this.
level.
He was the top billing in this movie
Yeah.
when it came out, and like it kind of makes me laugh, but at the same time, he's actually fucking great in this movie.
He's
Don't
really
you think?
good.
I think it might be his best role he's ever done.
I think so.
I think it's certainly up there, 100%.
But I do have a question for you about Gabriel Byrne, because he might be the one loose end of this entire casting.
Damn, really?
I don't know. I kind of want to talk it out with you because he's great. He fits the part, but half of me doesn't know if I believe that he's this guy that he's painted out to be.
Because
He's just so like nothing comes out of him. The whole movie.
Here's where here's where it worked for me is because this is my first time watching this movie, and seeing him in this, I'm like, yeah, he's a straight-laced guy. Yeah. Of course, he's married or like dating a lawyer. You know,
Tried to go clean.
I didn't realize he would like they were making him out to be like this fucking criminal of all criminals, like a tier below Kaiser Soze.
Yes.
You know, kind of. Could even confuse him for being Kaiser Soze, as they do.
Yeah.
And it totally worked for me, especially like when they get to like start doing crimes together. These usual suspects.
Yeah.
When they start doing crimes, especially the van crime, it's like totally out of heat.
Yep.
And I'm like, I believe that guy set it all up. You know. I mean, well, Verbal had a
Right.
big, but he's like the guy. I don't know. It really worked for me. It surprised me, so I like kind of bought into it a little bit more. I think.
Did you like him in it?
Yeah, I mean, like, so Gabriel Byrne is one of these guys that like always flies under the radar for me. But everything he does, it's always very good. Like, there's never, I don't believe there's ever like a misstep in what like a performance of his. But the thing about it is almost I do feel like it's a little bit underplayed. And yes, maybe it's I'm kind of trying to get on the other side of this crime thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I feel like we just don't get a lot of like his danger. I mean, we get it a couple points later on, but again, who knows if that was even the truth. And then the other part of it too is like he's supposed to what was I going to say? He was supposed to be like you say, kind of this mastermind guy. I could certainly see him playing against like Robert De Niro, like his character in Heat.
Yeah.
And them being like kind of at odds against each other a little bit, or even in the same vein.
You're saying like he's like a Wish.com Pacino.
Well, yeah, kind of like, because in this, I mean, think of it. In this, he is what De Niro is in Heat.
Yeah.
He's the shot caller.
Yeah.
In the end, like he's kind of keeping everything together, keeping it cohesive, and also seems like he's the one who's ready to walk away at the drop of a hat.
I had a note about his Irish accent. I was like, what a terrible accent. Then I was like, oh, he is actually Irish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe I was just down the wrong road a little bit on.
Yeah. Well, and like I say, I don't know. I that's the vibe I get. I'm very indifferent on his performance. It's a long-winded way to say I think I'm just very indifferent on his performance.
It fits. It works fine.
Yeah.
I kind of want to cover maybe hopefully for summer 70s sometime, but the movie Sorcerer by William Friedkin. I really want you guys to see that because that is like a ragtag group of dudes trying to do something. All of these guys, like this seems like a spiritual sequel to that, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's like Roy Scheider's one of them. Like he's a fucking, you love him, but he's a motherfucker in that movie. You know, Gabriel Byrne, all in all to say, well, no, it just seems like he could be in it, especially seeing this character. You know what I mean? I just like a rough dude, or he seems like, especially I don't know if it's in this scene, but when he comes out of the deposition. or like the
I think
interrogation.
it was, yeah.
Okay, and he's with his lawyer girlfriend, and everyone's kind of going their own ways, but he's also looking at everyone.
That's a cool shot.
That's when I bought it. That's when I was like, he's like, I'm
he's
never
not
getting out of
listening
this.
to what she's saying, and he's like rethinking about it.
I'm gonna this is not the last time I'm seeing these guys. That's for sure. It's not the last time I'm dealing with any of this bullshit. And he thought he was done. That's when I bought his character.
All right.
Speaking of them getting out and going their separate ways and everything, before this, as they're sitting in a jail cell, can we just agree that maybe the worst place to discuss pulling a job is in a police station jail cell? Like there
Where
has
I think
to
they're
be cameras
allowed to record. And
yeah, they have.
There's a
to
guy
be.
around the corner. Carl Weathers is around the corner, being like, "I heard that."
This jail cell has wood trim in it.
Like there's a stenographer on the other side of the fucking wall, right? Like just like typing away just everything that you're saying. Probably
It is pretty
has to
stupid.
be. It's like,
how
why
about
is this?
we all meet after this?
Yeah, it's like, you guys want to get a cup of coffee after this? Why don't we just do that?
But if they didn't do it, they probably wouldn't have gotten Keaton in on it because he had to at least hear a little bit of him. Like,
Yeah.
This is 2 movies now that we've done where Giancarlo Esposito is in it, and I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was Maximum Overdrive. He's at the beginning of that. I was just like, what? This, he's unrecognizable in this.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way?
He's so good, though.
I had to like go, oh, maybe that's Giancarlo. I don't think it is, but let me see the actor. Oh, it's Giancarlo. Like it doesn't look like him.
He still looks young.
Yeah.
He still looks like young and like the upcoming kind of detective kind of guy or whatever. And
Did you think he was good in this? Yeah.
I think he's really good in it.
I like him a
Yeah.
lot. It's crazy to think how good he was so early on. I mean, obviously, like what's his character in Breaking Bad?
Gus Fring in
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
That blew everyone away, and that's like most of what he's well known for. But to go back and see him in different roles, like realize,
Oh, you're good at this.
Oh shit, that's Maximum Overdrive,
Yeah.
or in this, like how long he's been good. He's
Yeah.
just kind of under the radar a little bit.
For sure.
Somebody did. I was kind of hoping they would tell us what the Hungarian man was saying in the subtitles, and
Yeah.
it didn't. But somebody did translate it. He said, "You fool! Don't you understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand, he kills everyone. I know that man. I know what he looks like. Can't you understand me? But you can see I don't speak English. Listen to me. I saw his face. If you don't bring someone right away, they will kill me. I saw Kaiser Sose. Don't you understand Kaiser Sose?" So at least they really did have him speaking Hungarian.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned in the read-in, like people in Hungary love this movie.
Really?
Because there's this like cult hero Kaiser Sose that's from Hungary, and they think it's amazing that he's from Hungary.
They love this
That's
shit.
They
funny.
fucking love this movie.
That's pretty.
I will say, if I could,
It's like us hearing about a movie. It's like, oh, they said Iowa.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
the same
exactly
idea.
In the commentary for Boogie Nights, he says in Iowa, and sometimes I'm like, I'm
see?
like Leo DiCaprio. But if I will rewatch this movie, but like I'm gonna have to like turn it down whenever someone says Kaiser Soze, because if I hear that name even like 3 more times, and I know we're going to hear it even in this episode, it's just the way he says it specifically.
The Hungarian?
The Hungarian.
Soze.
Kaiser Soze. Kaiser Soze.
He's a burn victim, man.
I'm not making fun of burn victims.
98% of his body is burnt except for one eye and his mouth, okay?
Kaiser Soze.
Do you feel like this is the start? This movie inspired the Bill Baraski Saturday Night Live
Bill Baraski.
Because it feels like they're always like, well, one time Kaiser Sose killed his own son and pushed him off a cliff. Kaiser Sose. It just it feels like that's how they're doing this.
It feels very much that way. Like it's just who can. It's almost like who can make up the best Kaiser Soze story.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Did I ever tell you about the time me and Kaiser Sose built a bar? Anyway, we went to a parking lot and we started drinking. They built the bar around us. Once it was finished, we took a shot. Then we walked outside and he burnt it down and he turned to me and said, "Always leave things the way you found it. Kaiser Sose!"
Kaiser Soze.
And it's still too heavy.
Too heavy.
Heavy.
The porn parody name would be Kaiser Blose.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's as hard. That's as far as hard as I can go.
The usual cuck specs.
The usual sex cucks.
I had it right.
Cucks.
No,
Cuck
I had it
specs.
right. Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
I actually like that one. Now that I think about
The
it.
usual cuck specs.
Cuck specs. Featuring Kaiser Blose.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Give me time on.
Yeah, we'll get it.
We'll get time.
Scene 3. In Los Angeles, the crew meets a fence named Redfoot who points them towards another supposed jewel job. The heist goes sideways. The fallout leads them to Kobayashi, a calm, eerie lawyer who claims to work for the legendary Turkish crime lord Kaiser Soze. Kobayashi reveals that each of the men has unknowingly wronged Soze in the past, and now they must make amends by attacking a ship full of Argentinian drug dealers. The gang splinters under fear, and Fenster's murdered when he tries to run. I have a question for you. Why is Peter Green not credited in this movie?
As Redfoot?
He's uncredited in this movie.
I don't know.
I'm wondering if one of two things happened. One, like maybe there was a fallout or something, like they just didn't like him, maybe Singer didn't like him. Or two, does that have anything to do with the fact that maybe it's Redfoot's not even a real person? That potentially this is made up. That still seems weird to me that they wouldn't still credit him.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a tell that, like, yeah, this Redfoot's not actually a real guy.
There could have actually been a falling out because I did hear when he like flicks that cigarette at Stephen Baldwin, like he was
supposed to hit him in the chest?
Yeah, and he hit him in the face, and Stephen Baldwin's reaction was real. Like, he was going after him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Which is why if you rewatch it, the minute it hits his face, there's a cut. It's immediate. Like no, we need to whatever came after that cut is not what we wanted to happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, flicking a cigarette in my face, I'd be pissed too, I guess. But
I wish Peter Green was in more things. I know he probably is. I just haven't seen them like this fucking movie. But like he's the guy in Pulp Fiction. He's Zed.
He's
in Pulp Fiction.
He's in
The Mask. That's where I know him more
how
prominently.
have we not done that?
that's honestly all I can think about when I see Peter Green show up. And he's better than that, right? Dorian.
Yeah.
Dorian.
When he wears the mask in that
dude.
the huge chin and
He's a frightening dude, and he's perfect to play this Redfoot guy.
it's a
Because
good Peter Green impression.
Peter Green as the mask impression. It's a niche thing, but
Well,
he's perfect to play Redfoot though, because he feels greasy,
Yeah.
and he feels scary, but he can pull off we're friends, man. Everything's good. I got another job for you, man.
Yeah.
Everything's good. There's not many people that can pull that. Like, I don't know if I should trust you, but I kind of want to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's so good at that.
he kind of fits in the same ballpark for me as who's the original RoboCop?
Oh,
He
Peter
looks the same.
Weller?
Is that his name? Peter Weller, I think. They're
Yeah.
both Peters.
In fact, if you look up Peter Green now,
Yeah.
he looks like Peter Weller.
See,
Okay.
He does not look like Peter Green anymore. He looks like Peter Weller.
I put them in the same boat a lot, pretty often because
Deeper
I feel like
voices.
I feel like they could kind of play a lot of the same roles and stuff.
I think that
I
sorry.
just always think of when I think of Peter Green, I think of him like this, that he's got some kind of like overshirt with the sleeves rolled up and shit, and just like it's like I don't know. It's like how do you feel so greasy but you look like you recently showered?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing. He does it really well.
When I was watching him in this movie, I'm like, who the fuck does he remind me of? It might be Peter Weller.
I think it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the facial features, man.
Yeah,
they're kind
it's
of
like
there.
his eyes and his eye. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever. But yeah, I love him in this movie, and we get to it's Kobayashi
Dude.
here.
Pete Postlethwaite.
Just incredible. This guy also needs to be in every single movie ever made. I think The Town. I always think of him.
He's fucking
dude.
terrifying
Yeah.
in The Town.
yeah. Fergie.
Inception. He's the old man in Inception. The dad on the deathbed. I can't think of his
really?
name. The owner of the company that what's his face is remember? Do you know?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Whatever.
People are yelling at
Oh
us.
my
But
God, so sorry
Why
about that.
why is he such a I don't know if anybody else could have played this character of Kobayashi because he's such a badass. Like Kobayashi's awesome. As much as you want to maybe hate his involvement and the law side of what he's doing, has everything planned out for what's going to happen and what's going to say, and he knows everything to say, and I thought you would say this, so I'm going to tell you this. He's like the attorney in that movie we just did, Seven.
yes,
Like I want to hate you, but I can respect you so hard.
because you got it. You're a professional.
Yes, dude.
I have a little thing about the Kobayashi guy, and obviously correct me at any point, set me straight. The idea, like, so it's Kobayashi, and like that sounds like a very like Japanese name, right? And he doesn't necessarily come off as Japanese by any means. Again, adding to the idea of like interpretation or the lies of the story. But was there something that hinted at him saying Kobayashi right at the near that we kind of see
So
at the end?
before Verbal tells the story, coffee cup goes up from Kuyan, and it says Kobayashi on the bottom of the coffee cup.
Oh, that one's on the bottom of the mug. Okay.
So Verbal sees the name and then now makes up the name. So the question then is does this scene actually happen, but he's just changing the name of this guy to Kobayashi? Or did this never fucking happen at all? And he's just making up this story about, there's this attorney and his name's Kobayashi.
He shows up at the end.
And
we know he's real, but his name's not Kobayashi.
And that's what it makes me think is, do they have like a photo of this lawyer guy? They don't know who he is. So then Verbal is just connecting a dot with this Kobayashi bullshit story to like kind of be to again mislead, right? It's like it all comes back to him. It's like Kobayashi, but he's not Japanese in any sort of sense. It's just another lie that we just have a bad interpretation of, and like that's what I'm getting at.
You could very easily view this story as Verbal Kint, whoever he is, whether he's Kaiser Sose or not. I don't even know if he really is, to tell you the truth. We'll get to it at the end. Rounded up these guys and said, hey, we got to go to this boat. And then they just went to the boat and then were killed. And that none of this the heist of the guys, the Peter Green stuff, the Kobayashi and the lawyers, like you can view that none of that actually happened.
Yeah.
It's very easy to think that. I like that we're seeing it and that we don't know if it happened, but you could very easily go, literally, we met in the lineup and then we planned the boat heist.
Yeah.
And we just did it. But then you're never going to get an answer on it. And I do like that it's up to interpretation.
I like that a lot too. And I watched the making of The Usual Suspects.
Oh, sweet.
And there's like a specific section in the documentary saying like, they address these kind of theories, because this is like a couple years after the movie came out, so everyone's, Bryan Singer had already done X-Men, so it's like late 2000s, let's say, and they address these theories, and they're like, they're all really cool, but like Bryan Singer's like, but it probably all happened. Like, he's probably actually being very truthful because he is such a maniacal guy. Almost Seven-ish, almost John Doe-ish, where he's like setting all this up, and like, he has Kobayashi come in. I think I agree that Kobayashi's probably not his actual name.
And if this did actually happen, maybe he's just changing the name for the sake of I don't want to give you a real name.
Because I think if they
guy.
found out who Kobayashi was, that would be the end of everything. Like they can get a sketch of Kaiser Soze. And or Verbal in this case, and try and find him no matter what. He's always going to evade capture, but if they got to Kobayashi,
which then obviously means that Edie did indeed get killed.
I think so.
Yeah, she is definitely.
So
dead.
they're all canonical. Interpretations are that this did all happen, but they also made the movie. So
and he's clearly fabricating things, so we don't know what he's fabricating.
Exactly.
Maybe he's just twisting a few things and throwing some names out there.
And that's the thing is like it's like the best lies or whatever are like 80-90% true, but you're just changing the important shit or the like the little details of
misdirect.
it.
I want to touch on real quick, like the heist that we've got so far. I already kind of mentioned the van heist. It was just such a sick, like heist to see. It's like the Town-esque or Heat-esque.
Very Town-esque.
Boxing them in with all the vans and then burning it. It was just such a great sequence. I love this whole sequence, except the guy in the back. I think he's really bad.
Yeah,
he's like not actually a bad actor. I hate when they cut to him because he's just like,
The cops are good though.
Yeah, they are. But then like you get this one where it sparks the visitation from Kobayashi because it was involved with Kaiser Sose. They kill this guy. in the
Yeah,
parking
yeah,
lot.
the one that went wrong. Yeah,
And this is where they kind of were going over schedule a little bit, and they were threatening to come in and kind of shut production down. And they trusted Bryan Singer so much, they went up to him and were like, "Hey, I think the Teamsters are coming in here, and like they're gonna shut us down." He's like, "They're not shutting this down." He said, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "We're not fucking stopping." And it's like I just like that this movie, like, you know, you were saying earlier, AJ, I think that how long it takes movies to shoot, it just seems like weird and this kind of odd number. But it kind of adds to like the run and gun nature of the way that this was shot. And this won Best Original Screenplay, you know. This was nominated for other Academy Awards too, where and this is like one of those movies where it was like go almost, was like just run and gun. Let's just do it. And we're not going to get permits for some shit. You know, we're just going to steal some shots. And I think this is one of those kind of movies too. And I appreciate that about it, that it turned out so well, you know.
Yeah, because it could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
But and then other things that they touch on that are just subtle details when they give those envelopes, Kobayashi gives them the envelopes, they are presented and opened in order of the deaths of each person. I don't know if you caught that. So Fenster gets his first, and then who's the other guy? Not who's geez, man.
Kevin Pollak.
Yeah, Kevin Pollak is next. Then
Baldwin.
Baldwin's character. Yeah, so it perfectly goes in line, which I love subtle details like that. You don't have to,
it's really
but
cool.
It's a nice catch.
All done
end.
in editing too, probably. You know?
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, this is the part where it gets
McManus. I was trying to think of that.
McManus, where I enjoy this part, but this is where I start to like fall off because now I've seen it before. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about, and we're building a lot of twists and stuff. Like we're building for this twist, but that's the point where it's like if I already know that it's coming, I'm falling out of the sleuthing at this point.
Yeah,
you know, and my rewatches aren't as exciting as they used to be.
right.
So it's like because I think you mentioned earlier, like the talking scenes, or you kind of agree with one of the reviewers. A lot of the dialogue
It's
scenes
just a lot
between
of
the
talking.
characters.
Sometimes it gets to be a lot of dialogue.
Is it kind of detract for you then?
A little bit.
Okay.
Like, and you know, oftentimes, I'm not saying that that's a common theme for me by any means, but for some reason,
I wouldn't think that about you. That's why I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah,
I kind of think that about you though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, actually. No,
He's like, no, I don't. No, I'm with you.
Actually, I hate you.
Yeah, that checks out too. I just like there. Maybe it's like a dynamics thing, or like the way that these conversations are going, and it feels like they should be able to get out of it, you know. And like we get to the point. I think it's in the next scene of like them, you know, kind of pulling one over on Kobayashi and whatnot. But it's like that's the stuff I want more of, like them getting to a point of working together rather than like I don't need to. All the backstory stuff against Kaiser Soze just starts to become like.
I'll agree with that. The backstory shit, I can kind of deal with that.
And this is maybe
monotonous.
when we see that like flashback of like when we're learning about him and we see the Fabio guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
PA on set.
all these things, and like Kaiser Soze is like the greatest criminal in the entire world. It's some pretty petty bullshit that he's on
Agreed.
about. And for this elaborate of a setup, like
it's actually the more I think
dude.
about it, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
so he killed his family. It's like, well, that actually doesn't make any sense. Like you would think he would maybe just save his family and kill everyone else, but okay, whatever. You know, like he's so unhinged, man. But I guess whatever that leads to the whole lore of him, I guess.
Yeah, and that's again, it's sometimes it's difficult to know if it's like the lore or if it's the truth. But then again, I'm just like you're just going through all this because like, oh, you messed up one of his jobs that cost him like $20,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, Like what?
I believe
Guy's got billions.
See, I believe that about him. I don't believe like the family annihilation thing.
But that's why I think it's Guilian. I'd like to very much picture that what we're seeing is Guilian's brain.
okay.
like envisioning this
He's
scene
just
happening.
so crazy.
Because
Dude,
like when
he's got to have long hair. I know he does.
it's like, because all sexy dudes do. Why is he sexy? I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
Why do you keep describing him as sexy?
I don't know.
And his wife is so my type, man. I just like wish she would have stuck around, dude.
Oh, dude, totally, bro, totally. If I had my shot, like I swear,
Those should be my kids.
it's
man.
like Verbal. Why do
Might
you
be.
Verbal? Why do you keep referring to Kaiser Soze as an absolute unit sex
Smoke
beast?
show.
Like why do you with a mane as fine as Mufasa's? What? Why do you keep
where you
saying
getting
that? It's just like I don't know. I don't know.
He starts explaining himself and lying, but he like slowly leans over. There's a coffee cup of the Lion King.
Yeah, he had the long hair. His name
Long
was
mane.
Kaiser Simba.
Suze.
Soze.
One thing I was gonna say is well, sorry, the flashback scenes, I guess, are like his imagination. I do like that theory that it is.
It's fun to think about it that way.
It really is, because you can think about it any way you want.
Whatever you want. There's no right way.
And it's fun to rewatch the movie in that aspect. But they're filmed very unsolved mysteries esque. You know, that's why I don't really like them. I think even just like the
look bad.
dialogue and not even showing us is just enough. Like maybe even just like seeing the actors' faces of them telling the story would have been a little bit more effective for me, because I just love these actors so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's such an ensemble cast, and somehow, like I say, it's like
We don't get enough of it.
Yeah, maybe I'll just call it like
Sure.
the Gabriel Byrne effect. Is like it's such an ensemble cast, and I feel like I don't see enough of Gabriel Byrne's
He does not
face.
do much.
You know what I mean?
You're
yeah,
kind of
like,
right. Yeah,
isn't it just kind of? I don't know.
Maybe was my problem with it initially. Is he doesn't like take over the role.
Sure.
He's sort of just like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, but I say that about most of them,
Right.
to be honest, because you just feel like you should get more face time with them. They should each have some longer shots, and really the only folks the only like players that happens to is pretty much Verbal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like setting Kaiser Soze up in story form, like hearing just like stories about him, or like the mystery
Bill
of it
Brassky.
is set up. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or even like The Fog, where Tom Atkins tells that story. We don't see it; we just hear him tell the story.
It's more effective.
It's very,
Yeah.
a lot more effective. You're right.
Scene 4, Keaton leads the others in kidnapping Kobayashi, but Kobayashi threatens Edie's life and forces them back into line. That night, the men attack the ship, killing rival gangsters but finding no cocaine at all. An unseen assassin kills Hockney, McManus, and eventually Keaton, while Verbal hides and watches the ship go up in flames. This is another just unbelievable performance by Kobayashi, by Pete Postlewaite. Dude, that move when he comes out, and he goes back down and sits down, looks at Edie, and then goes and stares right at him like, God damn, dude.
Yeah.
You scared the shit out of me.
boy, you really thought of everything, haven't you?
Yeah, wow.
He looks directly at her and then goes, your move.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Literally, what are you going to do, bro?
He just hit that chess clock. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just like boom, your fucking move, brother. Like that is the
Check.
Yeah.
All right, are you gonna have me checkmate this?
Uh-huh.
But that's why a little bit of theory I have is that I don't think Kobayashi is like one person. Or sorry, Kaiser Soze is one person. I think in the grand scheme of this, it's definitely Kobayashi is the man playing Kobayashi is a huge part of this.
Right.
And I do think Verbal Kid is sort of their one of their lower units that's been driving this plot, and they can kind of send them into things. But I also think Keaton is a part of this too, because we never actually find out that his body was found. They keep saying, I want to get Keaton's body. They never actually say that we found Keaton's body. And knowing what we know about Keaton, this man, it makes more sense for Keaton to be Soze than anybody. Like, it actually makes sense.
He's trying to get out.
Yes. And so I could very much see that Kaiser Soze is this legend of like whoever it needs to be, but
Yeah.
it's like Kobayashi, Verbal, and Keaton are all sort of the people that are Kaiser Soze.
So it's the Dread Pirate Robinson.
Kind of.
Okay. All right.
I kind
I
of
like to
that.
look at it that way because the whole thing about Verbal Kint being it is kind of hard to believe that he's the guy that is this feared fucker that will do so much
That's why
shit.
it works for the movie. For
Yes,
sure, yeah.
and even if it was him, like, why would he put himself into harm's way that way? What's the payoff of this movie for Kaiser Sose if it's Verbal Kint? Like, what was the whole point of getting caught and telling this story?
Some men just want to watch the world burn. All right, Mike.
Would have loved to see Michael Caine in this. What if Michael Caine was Kobayashi?
Michael Caine is
That would be
Kaiser
great.
Soze.
That is Kaiser Soze.
It's a fun way that I like to look at it because sometimes I feel if you watch it, Gabriel Byrne was told he was Kaiser Sose. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Dude, in filming this movie, Kevin Spacey revealed that Bryan Singer managed to convince every single one of those guys that they were Kaiser Sose, so that it was so crazy that Gabriel Byrne was stunned to find out he wasn't when the movie happened, when the
Wow.
movie came out.
Okay.
Which is a great plot point, but I think it's on purpose because I do think Keaton easily had something to do with this whole thing.
I like to look at it that way, that it is just like almost like a conglomerate of different criminals, or like maybe even they are all in cahoots.
Maybe the long hair Fabio guy really is
Maybe
Kaiser
he is.
Soze.
Maybe I mean like we're like kind of what you're saying, right? Is that none of them are Kaiser Soze. The Kaiser Soze is a collective almost of just like very good criminals.
And the Hungarian guy did see Kaiser Sose, but at that point in time it was Verbal Kint.
That's right. Yeah.
And so like he's like, well, that was Kaiser Sose.
And Keaton may or may not be dead. Either way, it does work out for the legend of Kaiser Soze. And also, if he is alive, it works way better for Keaton.
Yeah.
And it could be a lie that what's her name is even dead or not.
Maybe.
Maybe they are
Actually,
off
so
together.
there is the way that Edie maybe's not dead. That would be the only
And
one.
also part of Kaiser Soze.
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. We know that like those.
Scumbag.
Maybe that's what that meeting was all about, right?
Exactly.
You know, and I think that is right. I think that there's definitely some validity there because number one, it also that kind of puts a little bit of an added point or so to know that he directed everybody in the sense of like your Kaiser Soze, and he said that to everybody.
Don't tell anybody else.
So that's a very cool way to put the movie together, like film it and everything. The idea though that they could all be involved, and then maybe Verbal Kint wants to really assume that role of the Kaiser Soze.
Right.
Kaiser Soze is more or less a crime syndicate of some kind.
Yeah.
And then like they could all be
They're just
players in
players,
it. And those two were kind of at the odds because obviously they knew each other before, even though they kind of played it off.
And that is the thing. And then also when they get there, he tells Verbal to stay behind.
Right.
Which is the only like, how do you get that lucky for the main guy to be like, you stay here and just watch?
Yeah.
He's a cripple.
Yeah.
and-
Right. Yeah.
Not a cripple, palsy, but
You
know.
look cool.
But he's like, it's like, but at the same time, you're right. Like, then there's that animosity, the potential animosity, and then, well, if I get rid of him, then I can be the guy, and that's just what it is. It's I think I'm pretty sure Usual Suspects actually does take place in Gotham, and Kaiser Soze is just another name for Ra's al Ghul.
Cool.
So
I
there
like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
Well, and if you do believe that Keaton's in on this, then obviously the whole first scene we saw in the movie never happened. And, you know, that was just part of his storytelling. Of
Sure.
yeah. Anyway, Kaiser Sose walked up and shot Keaton.
yeah.
You know, so it's definitely. I would not say that this is what's happening because there's no way to know, but it's a fun way to go back and rewatch it.
How about for
Totally.
TikTok, we do say that.
Okay.
Oh, this is absolutely
Yes.
how it went down.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I think I read the script and it said, absolutely, this is what you should think about this movie. And any way else you think about it is actually wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
No matter the entertainment value you get out of it, you're wrong about this movie.
100%
And
wrong.
we're right.
Yes.
Did you notice though? Did you catch that in this reenactment, like Kevin Spacey is actually the guy in the overcoat and the hat?
Yes.
I never noticed that. I'm probably because I was watching it on VHS and like shitty TVs back in the day, but
Yeah.
I never caught that it was actually him in the garb. And I think there's even a quick flash of the gun shooting Keaton, and you can see that it's his face. But
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Even later on, it is. Oh, sorry, you're saying Keaton.
Or sorry, so yeah, they show Keaton as Kaiser Sose when it's in Kuyan's brain.
Yeah.
But in this one, you see Verbal Kint as Kaiser Sose.
Correct. Like,
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
balcony and everything.
Yeah.
He is playing. He has the hat on. and
There's like
shit,
3 or 4 different times that someone else is Kaiser Sose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which again is
Yes.
how who's thinking of the story and who's seeing it in their brain.
Yeah.
Kuyan wants to see Gabriel Byrne, Keaton, as it, so he's watching
Yes.
it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Which is like kind of like the line of the movie, in my opinion, is like the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. It's basically like literally saying how you could view this movie. It's like how you should view this movie is like not in one sort of frame, but in several.
Yeah.
Or like we just got done saying how it was absolutely correct
Yeah.
that our theory was
It's
That
completely correct.
Our
yes.
theory is 100% sound
Yeah.
and airtight. And yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course.
like even like viewing the movie in one way, like the movie linearly
Yeah.
Yes.
is showing us that Verbal Kin is Kaiser Sose, but even like that line, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing he existed. Maybe this movie is tricking you into thinking that that's the way you should be watching it. Like all these other theories get born.
It's the unreliable narrator
Yes.
to a T, like 101
We don't know.
almost. We have no idea.
We're
and
third
we also
party.
we're like fourth party because like we've said, we're getting Verbal Kin's whatever his story is being potentially interpreted by the detective, and then so on and so forth. And yeah, so it's unreliable narration. We're just along for the ride, and you do what you will with the information. Yeah.
Final scene, Kuyan believes he's broken the case, and Verbal finally admits Keaton was the mastermind, but refuses to testify. Verbal's released on bail, limps out of the station. Moments later, Kuyan realizes Verbal's entire story was made from random items on the office bulletin board. Simultaneously, the hospital sketch of Kaiser Sose arrives, revealing a face identical to Verbal's. Outside, Verbal's limp disappears. His hand straightens. He climbs into a waiting car driven by Kobayashi, vanishing into legend. I just want to go on record here. That I think this whole scene I just read from who plays Kuyan? Who's that actor?
That's Chaz Palminteri.
Okay, his performance here, where he tightens that grip on Verbal, Kevin Spacey's falling into like, Did you even catch earlier on? Like he even says, "I killed Keaton." Like there's like a line of dialogue where he says, "I killed Keaton," and he actually says it out loud to Kuyan. The showing Verbal Kint get tightened down on and lose it and like show that emotion, and then him leaving and the Kuyan like he's like so happy.
Yeah. He's got his coffee. He's like,
I'm good at this. And watching the reveal of him figuring that out, and then the first time you see that when that fucking limp turns into a real walk, and his hand goes and he grabs the cigarette, and Kobayashi pulls up. Like, this is fucking cinema, and I still feel this way. The first 4 scenes didn't catch me as hard as they used to, but this is still where I'm like, fucking, I love this movie.
Yeah.
I fucking love this movie.
It's really great, man. I mean, like, I agree with you. Like the whole, like, kind of, it's like very fast cutting of him, like thinking he has a whole story in his head.
He's so
like,
happy, dude.
Yeah, he's like, and you did this, and you did that, and like obviously, Verbal is playing along with it, and like kind of getting teary eyed and everything. And I like how they do set that up too, is where he like very much, maybe even loved Keaton.
Yeah.
Like admired him at least for sure.
Yeah.
Father figure maybe. It's such good editing, and it's like, yeah, this seems like the end of the movie, right? And it's just no, we're gonna slowly creep and show you that like he was just like looking at the bulletin board and making shit up along the way. But I can't help but think about Scary Movie.
Really? Does this happen in that? I don't remember.
This is the ending to Scary
is
Movie.
it really?
It's like, 'cause
Which
they
was after this, right?
They showed Doofy.
Oh, you're right.
to be the actual killer, and he does
Yep.
the same thing. Like he becomes
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
mentally challenged.
So now you can't not like.
that's where I
You're
first.
laughing
It's
at
been
this.
ruined.
That's where I first saw the ending to The Usual Suspects. Scary
So
movie.
you go. Yeah, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice the there's supposed to be kind of like another tell for Kaiser Soze, and it's with the cigarettes about
The way he holds
the
it.
way he holds it is like a Hungarian or like that
Yeah.
nationality. The way he holds that cigarette is a specific way that they do it over there.
Just a little thing you didn't.
I
need
thought it
to
was
do.
like the palsy kind of thing.
Well, exactly.
That's probably what you could
That's what you could
glean.
interpret it
But
as.
he doesn't. But he doesn't smoke that way when he's in the office,
Right.
Because he doesn't want to give away that he smokes cigarettes like a Turkish guy.
Yeah.
But the minute he gets in the car, that's when his smoking style changes to the underneath style.
But he does it. He does it during other parts.
Are you
of
sure?
it. I'm almost positive.
When they come out of the interrogation in the first scene, the lineup or whatever, he's doing
maybe
it across the street.
But it's not in
Yeah.
front of Guiliano, but it's like
right.
not in front of Coolio.
Okay.
And I
in front
think-
in front of Keaton though.
And I think he even actually puts it in his mouth that way. In the interrogation room, or when he's sitting
Okay.
in the room, he does that. But then
And then changes
then
back.
he goes back. Yeah. So
it's subtle.
it's one of those little things that like it just kind of adds on to the whole story. The reveal is just amazing though. Like, and it makes you feel. Like I say, it doesn't make me feel stupid because it's not like they're zooming in on the stuff that he's referencing too hard or doing too
Yeah,
much.
even the gold watch when he
Yeah.
gets his belongings back and
Right.
gold watch, gold lighter. If you were really paying attention, you would have been like,
Right.
I saw that in the beginning of the movie, but
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was just
Yep.
watching the movie.
So, but I don't know. I think that this is still a fantastic kind of a reveal, no matter how you decide to interpret it, of his role in it. If he is Kaiser Soze, if he isn't, I don't know. I think it's just really well done.
Do you think that I mean, the line of Kevin Spacey saying, and just like that, he was gone. I think that's top 20 lines in a movie ever.
Perfect cut to black. And he even says it earlier too, and they just like bring it back because it's all rounding up
Yeah.
for Jesus Christ. Chaz.
Chaz.
Chaz
Coolion.
Terry.
There's a lot
Coolion.
of names.
There
in
is a
this movie.
Coolion Keaton. I can't get him fucking straight. It's all rounding out for him, and so like that kind of comes back. Even like he's recalling him saying
Yeah.
that, and like just like that, he's gone. Cut to black. Fucking fantastic.
But it's so sick because if you do believe that he's Kobayashi or that he's Kaiser Soze, there's too many names in this movie. Whether he is or
Too
he
many
isn't,
K-names.
yeah, it doesn't matter because we're gone. You will never see us ever again. We've tied up the final loose end of our crime syndicate, and you lost out.
And also,
Gone.
you are kind of a loose end.
Oh
Have have you seen what happened to all our other loose ends? So maybe shut the fuck up. You know, like it kind of maybe even putting the fear in him, being like, "This is how deep it goes.
Oh no!
There is no way you're gonna catch me." You know, and if you catch me, you're dead before
Yep.
you even do it.
How would you have felt if Keaton was in that car too? Would you
Oh,
have felt?
bad.
You would have felt bad about it
Yeah.
because you like knowing that, like, no, we saw him. Keaton got killed.
Yeah.
All ends are tied up. Okay. What if the Fabio guy was in the car?
That would have been the best part.
I mean, if they drove away and his like locks were like flying out, I'd like
It was
that.
a convertible.
Yeah. Like that would have been the best. It had to have been like a 1955 Chevy convertible with the big wings and everything,
Yeah.
red.
And
just-
it's like the Full House. The everywhere you look, everywhere you that would have been tight. Actually, I kind of want to maybe put that song over
Yakety
there.
yak. Don't go back. Dig it down.
Here's one for you guys. Kujan is in on it too.
You think so?
Oh man.
He's another K name. Kobayashi, Kaiser Soze.
It's not even a real
Kujan.
name.
He's in on it, guys.
Okay, well, that- I mean, that's-
all the K names are in on it. Keaton. Huh?
So Giancarlo Esposito was like literally the only one looking for Kaiser.
He
The
was
only
the only
one.
one actually trying to figure it out, and that's why he was trying to. That's why Kujan was always constantly trying to get Rabin out of the
Yeah, he's
fucking
like, you got to
room.
get out of here, man.
He's always pushing him out the door, right? Rabin. Let's see who else is in there. Kobayashi, Dave Kujan, Nobody else has a K name.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
Kaiser.
saying, here we go.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Just broke the internet, guys. John is in on it. Child's
Somerset
Palminteri
was
is one of my favorite
also-
actors ever. He did perfect. So
Somerset
did
was
perfect.
also John Doe.
what's that?
Shut the I was trying to.
Somerset was in on.
I felt bad that you were getting so much hate about that, so that's why I went full John Rambo was wrong mode.
Oh, sure.
The last episode, just to be like, I gotta even the score.
Bal-
So at some point, you need to pick
You
something
do.
that you
I got
know is
upset. I got very upset.
He was mad at both of us.
wrong. That's why I sit closer to you than John, just in case. Someday I will. Like, you know how you got to switch cushions. Like,
Yeah.
I might move over there at some point.
Yeah.
Because right now we're kind of indented.
Yeah,
a little bit.
or you just
Yeah.
switch the cushions out.
Nah.
That means
You're
every
right.
time I'm like, I'm talking about movies and movies and movies, and I'm just,
Yeah, I like try to like get my legs uncrossed. You know,
yeah.
I get it. God
damn it.
Well, boys, we have dissected this movie with a modern eye. Time to give it a modern day rating. Sean, I want to hear your thoughts on this.
I think it's an amazing script. I do think that it deserved the original screenplay award. Yeah, man. Like I said, I love movies like this, like Sorcerer. These just like ragtag group of son of a bitches, you know, or just had to team up and pull something off, and for there to be like an overarching kind of like enemy to it all is very interesting. And I love all the actors. I love their performances. Let's say. I don't love Kevin Spacey, I guess. You know, I do think that it kind of bleeds into it a little bit, the controversy here and there with Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey. But for the movie's sake, I do think Gabriel Byrne is perfect for this. I think Chaz Palminteri is perfect for this. I truly love to see all of them talking in a room together. It's just, that's pure cinema to me, and the long lenses zooming in. Perfect way to tell the story, I think. And maybe first time bias watch, but I think this is an excellent movie. I'm gonna go 8.2 on this.
8.2. AJ, what about you? That rhymes.
Ooh, you're a poet. You didn't know it, Michael.
No, I knew it.
Yeah, you're right. This is kind of tough for me. It falls into a place, especially like in my ratings and everything. It kind of becomes like a very clear picture of, like comparable movies and even the non-comparable movies, and how much I want to watch this compared to some of those. And I think that it is falling right into a good spot. Like the writing is the best character of this movie.
100%.
And that's all I can really say. And it's, the problem is like you have one hell of an ensemble cast that feels like it doesn't get utilized the way that it should. And I don't know if that falls onto Bryan Singer, if that falls into the editing, if that falls into, you know, where that really is, where he put that. But I just think that we there's so much potential, and maybe that's maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's a good thing that we don't get like attached to these guys as much as maybe you feel like you should. But I really like the movie for the twist and that noir style, and it's an interesting style of noir because you're hearing it more from like the criminal side than you are like the detective like you normally would too. And so it's a great play on a lot of standards is what I would say. It's a great play on a noir. It's a great play on like kind of a mysterious and a twist movie. It's a great play on a heist movie. It's a great interpretation of a crime thriller. It's got a lot of great things going for it, but it's like just not quite there for me. So I'm falling. This is going to fall right at a 7.99.
Still really respectable. I mean, I would have told you before I rewatched this, it's maybe been 7, 8, 9 years. I would have guessed that I would have been like a 9 on this. And it let me down a little bit being critical on this. It was a lot of fun to find the small things that I never noticed. It was a lot of fun to think about it from different angles, but there was something in it that just missed. Like they were so close to just perfection. And it's such a fun movie. I think that end is one of my favorite, like, final 20 minutes of any movie ever. I found myself a little bored at points in the middle, but that's still not taking away from how much I love this movie and the performances. I'm going to be an 8.15, which still is great. I just thought I would have been a little higher. That would have been my guess. NicMad, executive producer, says, upon rewatch, I found The Usual Suspects just as fun and intriguing as when I first saw it. Going in knowing Verbal's true intention definitely changes the viewing experience. There are a few moments in the story that don't make sense from a practical perspective, but then again, it doesn't really need to. The majority of what we see as the viewer is Verbal's retelling of the events, and we're left as an audience wondering what events actually happened and what was exaggerated. I'd forgotten just how much I enjoyed Stephen Baldwin in the film, and I figured 20 years later, he would be a bigger deal by now. Is this Biodome's fault? Probably. Stephen, if you're listening, we're sorry. Please come back. Ultimately, The Usual Suspects remains a fantastic example of weaving narratives and interesting characters with a noir twist. Still talked about to this day, modern day rating 7.8. As a group, we're going to be an 8.04. Pretty solid in the grand scheme of things. 8.04 is going to take this to number 66 of all movies we've done. We think True Lies, Talented Mr. Ripley, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure are slightly better than this, but we do think this is better than Field of Dreams, My Cousin Vinny, and Beetlejuice. They're just like within a 0.0.
Yeah.
You said better than My Cousin Vinny?
Yes, by 0.01. You know, like it's basically the same movie.
I feel like it's like a good double feature, to be
Wouldn't
honest.
that be
fun?
My Cousin Vinny in this movie.
That was one of the ones that I was having like a tough time with. Like I did give this the edge. Cousin Vinny was a 7.95 for me. I gave this the edge.
Okay.
Because I do think it overall is just
You were the one then.
It was my fault. Sorry, guys.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for being here. Tune in next week as our month of movies we're thankful for is ending. Boogie Nights. And then we're just going to hit December up with a great Christmas movie, Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best Christmas movies you've ever seen. Tis the season, baby. And if you're new to the episode, go back this time last year, Gladiator. I think we did that because Gladiator 2 was coming out.
Yeah. That's right.
And it had and we were going to hit back to
We're going Bragg Burger, man.
we were going to get a back burgerman from the tavern at Marcus Theaters.
Got Burger Burger.
Yeah. Denzel.
Well,
Denzel Soze.
We got to thank Logan on the controls here at Upload Media Group in Cedar Rapids. Learn more at uploadmediagroup.com.
Dare you.
And check out our network, Cloud10, cloud10.fm. Check out all our sponsors. Get us on the socials. We love you.
We love you.
Logan,
have you seen Usual Suspects? No. Goodbye, everybody. Love you so much.
Mike is actually Kaiser Soze.
And just like that,